How's it going?
Well, as we always say, it is 5 o'clock somewhere, and it's 12:49 Pacific Standard Time here. Welcome to another edition of the Mizzle Dub Show. So, no, pre-warning, no, this is not our Super Bowl show. That's next Saturday, the night before the Super Bowl. But we will indulge in some NFL talk, but mainly, this is just we're gonna just tackle sports tonight. But first things first, we're just gonna get into this. Anytime the St. Mary's Gales and the Gonzaga Bulldogs
Oh,
get
oh,
together.
they do not disappoint.
Doesn't matter if it's in Moraga. It doesn't matter if it's in Seattle. Whenever these two get together, it is always for great
Yeah,
quality. And once again, they did not disappoint tonight. Both teams were ranked. Went into overtime. The Gales got the win in Moraga as Mahaney was huge for the Gales. 78-70 was the final score. Um, it's just back and forth, tremendous basketball. But normally, when you see these two get together, be it in the regular season or be it in the West Coast Conference tournament, which is normally at the Orleans Arena in Vegas, just when these two get together, it's just
it's a
magic.
bar
It,
burner.
it, it really is.
Just buckle up and if you love the sweet science of basketball and college basketball sports, where I'm a big college sports fan, period, because some of these players are not playing to get to the next level. They're just playing for the love of the sport or just to play for their school. So there's not really nothing riding on the line. They those college players leave it on the line. So if you ask me what do I prefer, professional sports or college, I will tell you college, but I love professional because they do a lot of things different than college. But college is always the way to go in my eyes. I can watch
Yeah.
college sports all day.
Well, as we say, college always brings out, as we like to say on the show a lot, passion. And there was a lot of passion in Moraga, California. Timmy for Gonzaga was out. Go
It
ahead,
was
sir.
not that far.
It was in Moraga, yes.
Every time Gonzaga comes this way, it's almost like Dave Chappelle. Either I'm working, I'm
Or don't
off,
have the
and don't
funds.
have the money to get there. It's
Yeah.
in this occasion, the last time they came to Moraga, I didn't have the ends. I
Well,
love it.
eventually I want to get to Moraga because I want to
Amen.
experience St.
No,
Mary's.
we're not that far
No,
from the
no,
parents' house. Is what, maybe 45 minutes, if that. It's
on a good
ridiculous.
day.
Right.
Timmy was outstanding again for Gonzaga. I think Timmy might be a very solid player in the next level. He had 23, right? He can shoot. Strother had 10. Smith off the bench had 13. But for St. Mary's, you had four guys in double figures, led by Mahaney. Mahaney didn't shoot the ball from beyond the arc well, but he was solid with 18 points as St. Mary's got 17 points in overtime to Gonzaga's 9. And Gonzaga came in number 12th ranked in the country. St. Mary's came in at 18th in the country. And I mean,
What a
if
game.
you really haven't watched West Coast basketball, the West Coast Conference in particular, um, it's almost kind of like the Mountain West. The
Yes.
league is very, 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 very competitive. Um, I mean, it always seems like Gonzaga always dominates the conference, but I mean, if you look at the teams like Santa Clara, they're always making good runs in the tournament.
Oh,
Santa
you know
Clara,
what? Always. Even UOP.
yeah, Pacific, the Tigers, yes,
They,
yes,
they they play good too.
but and also of course the Dons of USF
Oh,
took
they
a
got
cup.
spanked today though.
Yeah, they did. The Broncos came in and laid the smackdown, but I mean the Dons always play competitive. They always play the top one stuff. Um, the Toreros, San Diego, they play tough.
Yes.
Um, Pepperdine, Pepperdine has always been a sleeper.
And I did not know Pepperdine was in Southern
Malibu,
California.
yeah,
I
it's in
thought Pepperdine was an East Coast team until
no,
I was out there. That's when I was doing my traveling glazing thing. And I had to go pick somebody up from the airport. And I'm just driving. And it said this exit Pepperdine University. The fuck? I had to call Pop. I said, Pop, I said, is Pepperdine out here? He was like, yeah, where you been? I guess under a motherfucking rock, because I didn't know that shit.
And of course, Loyola Marymount, of course, known for being the school that Hank Cathers and Bo Kimmel to.
Yes.
They're in that conference. Also, I believe BYU is also in the conference of the West Coast Conference. So it's always been a competitive league. But right now in conference, St. Mary's has the edge. They are 10-0 in conference, and Gonzaga gets back to 8-2. My partner was not as festive yesterday because his Tar Heels unfortunately took the L. And it's always brutal as he takes the words right out of my mouth. Now, I know you were primarily working, but from what you saw, what was the difference of the game that led to a 6-point loss against the Tar? Not Tars, the Blue Devils for the Tar Heels.
They're still jacking up threes like it's the thing to do. Like you have a big man down there. You know how I feel about a big man that's dominant down low.
Yes.
Theme. You know my thing with Embiid, but Embiid has shut me up now. Embiid is out there on the perimeter, stroking like a guard. Like, for real, for real. But for my Tar Heels, they got to establish the down low game and work from down low back top and rotate. That's what it is. They had the game. They were in it. It's just that they start jacking up too many threes, man. That's run the offense. That's all I gotta say. Run the offense. Run the offense.
Run the offense. Well,
but before we continue on more, you were back on the mic today. Tell us about the tremendous games that you had to witness today.
Well, it was actually yesterday on Friday, but we've been the production. Well, me and the as we now call ourselves the AKA squad, which is myself, Tony, and Kevin. His actual name is Anthony, like me. We've been trying to get a game.
That's special. I just really just thought about that. You guys are special.
Anyhow, we've been trying to, do a game on the campus of Bishop Gorman. And of course,
yes.
This is my first time going to the infamous Bishop Gorman High School. And you get there, it's like, I feel like I'm at a college, and this is a high school.
Well, hell, you saw your nephew's high school.
Yeah,
it's a JC.
It's ridiculous, but I mean, this is what happens when you have UFC people putting their money into the campus. But it was the number 1 ranked team in the state against the number 3 ranked team in the state, which is the Durango Trailblazers and the Bishop Gorman Gales. And the JV game, as we're like setting up, getting ready to go on air, the JV game was back and forth down the wire. Durango wins on a last-second 3-point shot, and the Durango fans go crazy. The first quarter was a lot of run and gun, back and forth, fast-paced. But as I said throughout the broadcast, I said if you look at the rosters, Gorman had more depth to Durango, and I thought that played a factor in the game, which it did, because it looked like Durango got tired down the stretch, and Durango, who was normally a very good defensive team, it showed up at times, but didn't show up at times. I think for Durango, it was more so missed opportunities because they had a lot of shots in point-blank range, and it just seems like they couldn't get the right finesse, or they were too strong off the glass, or just, flat out miss from point-blank range. And of course, as you know, I've always said, if you don't hit your free throws, you don't deserve to win. And
what's the proper word in that sentence? They're free. Ain't nothing like free. And you're at the free throw line?
Yeah. But
one thing I practiced more than anything else was free throws.
No, definitely.
Anything else, I had to be a good free throw shooter when I played basketball.
Oh yeah, you always want to take care of the charity stripe and get those free points for sure. But The difference in the game was 4 points, and at times Durango missed their free throws, be it they missed both or they split. The final score was 68-64, and
Oh,
yeah,
what a game! What
it
a
was
game!
it was it was a good game, back and forth.
What a,
And also, I just found out that Forever Warrior, the one and only Jason Richardson, both of his sons are on the Bishop Gorman team. So, as I'm doing the game, as you know, we have a commercial spot, and I look, I'm like, that is Jay Rich.
I would have been starstruck.
That is Jason Richardson.
I'd have been literally just starstruck. I'd have been
That
like,
is
bro,
Jason Richardson, and
you
I'm
do the Statue of Liberty, bro. You
and 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 of course in front of the program, Brian, who was out here, as we also went to the East West Shrine game on Thursday. I'm like, B, that's Jason Richardson. I'm like, look for the Detroit Tigers hat because, of course, as we know, Jay Ridge is a Spartan, went to Michigan
Don't
State.
you ever speak on my stadium again, bro. I know you're gonna watch this video. Don't you ever speak on my stadium again. And I'm gonna leave it at that. We ain't gonna bring the conversation up. We already had it.
But the dialogue was funny. I'm sorry.
If you don't want old shit brought up, you don't bring up old shit. And I'm gonna leave it at that. And as we move on. Thank you. Glacius.
But the campus is absolutely beautiful. The gymnasium was
Nice.
rocking. It was good fans back and forth. It was just a good game. I'm looking forward to eventually getting on that football field, doing a football game. I'm like looking at the stadium, I'm like, this is a high school football stadium.
Stop it. Stop it.
Well, if I ever get the chance again, so I definitely will send you a video and be like, bruh, this is a football stadium. I'm like, are you insane? But yeah, Gorman got the win, 68-64, and this upcoming Thursday we'll be doing another Durango game.
Is this about your third time seeing this team?
No, this will be the second time seeing Durango.
Okay, I thought you might have saw him in that tournament you were doing.
No, the tournament I did was no. The most school I have seen this year since I've got into this gig has been Arborview High. I've done 2 football games and then did the tournament that they ended up winning the tournament. So I've seen a lot of the scarlet and gray of the Arborview Aggies.
You're absolutely right. That is the team that is the school I'm thinking of. You're right.
But yeah, Arborview High I have seen the most. Faith Lutheran, the football team, I saw them twice and only once on the football field for Bishop Gorman. But let's see who is Durango playing this upcoming Thursday. It's the 9th, and they are playing. Come on. Wait, well, they're playing Coronado. That's going to be another good matchup.
Yeah.
So Durango is 14-6. Coronado is 14-9. So that definitely should be a well of a game. That's on Thursday. Durango came into league play undefeated, and Gorman was ahead behind, and Gorman gave them their first loss. So let's see. I wonder if it changed the rankings in the state with that loss, because Bishop Gorman came into the game ranked 42nd overall in America as far as high school basketball goes. They were higher up, but they went to a tournament and didn't do so hot, and they fell 30 slots down to 42. I'm like,
30 slots down?
Yeah.
That's from a tourney?
Just from a tournament. Yeah, that's insane. No question.
That must have been one insane tournament, if you ask me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they play a lot of out of town games. I mean, they played let me go to their schedule real quick. Their first game of the season, they played Bishop O'Dowd in Oakland and beat them 76-57. So, I mean, there is no slouch. I mean,
all the way to the town. Huh? Okay.
Yeah, they went to the town. I mean, they've played teams from Oklahoma. They played teams from Texas, San Diego, Valencia, Portland. I mean,
So they're not scared to travel.
not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. They played even teams from
Have to
Georgia.
respect a team like that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We'll come to your yard.
Yeah, they are not scared at all, not one bit. I mean, there was a lot of good matchups that we had for Thursday. The game we're doing, Coronado and Durango, was a good one. Foothills and Centennial would look like another good one. Desert Pines against Bishop Gorman, that would been a heck of a one. Gorman coming in at 19-6, Desert Pines at 15-5. So there was a lot of
Some like good records.
yeah, a lot of good records. So if we can go back to the rankings, if that
How
is
quick do they update the rankings your way?
I would think it's current. If I can just find it. Go back.
This is the thing about being live and with technology.
Yeah. Technology sometimes can really just
We would have been on earlier, but technology decided to say, hey, you go on when I feel like it.
Yeah, take it and like it. Okay, there we go.
That's what Jim Carrey said in Liar Liar.
I can't lie. No, I don't want to go to Tejas. No. Stop taking me to Texas.
I guess Texas is on the brain.
So with the loss, if I can find them. No, right now, as it stands right now, Durango is still number 3.
Okay.
Coronado's number 4, so it's number 3 versus number 4 at the next game that I'm doing. Liberty.
Wow, I might have to chime in on that one for sure.
Liberty is at number 2, and then Desert Pines is at number 5, and Mojave is at number 6. And of course, Arborview, who I seem to just cannot get away from. Arborview is 7. Foothill, which is our alma mater, they're same as us, the Falcons. They're in at number 8. And number 9 in Sparks is Spanish Springs. And then the 10th, rounding out the top 10, is Centennial at number 10. But, I mean, it was fantastic. Beautiful campus. I mean, the atmosphere was just tremendous. And definitely hope to do another game there. So.
Nice. Maybe I can come out there maybe next season and try to catch a game or two. It's kind of hard. I can't catch college sports this way. I mean, college sports, high school sports, because I'm never off on a Friday.
Yeah.
They don't play. Well, I guess I can catch a Thursday. I think they do play something on Thursdays, but I would love to catch Folsom High, even your nephew's school. I would love to catch their program. But yeah, that's awesome, bro. I'm glad that you get to see this, and you're not just doing basketball. You've done volleyball, you've done football, and I'm about to spread the word. You got wrestling possibly coming up. I mean,
possibly doing a wrestling tournament this weekend.
Go figure that. We've been watching. We've watched the real wrestling and the other wrestling. So for you to be doing this, man, this is awesome, man.
Well, and of course, baseball, high school baseball is around the corner. So of course, me being a former high school baseball player, of course, I get real giggity for that. And hopefully, if it comes to it, hopefully we can do some track and field also. Why not?
Don't put me. Don't put me. I can sit here and watch a good meet or two. The 100, the hurdles.
I can definitely watch some relays and some high jump and pole vaulting. But back on track.
Here we go.
Earlier, I kept saying this is the most weirdest season because it just seems like number 1 just keeps getting changed like their underwear. And today, down goes number 1 again.
I didn't get that update. Who took down number 1?
The Hoosiers of Indiana University.
Stop it.
Or as I like to say it, his alma mater, the Fighting Damon Bruces, took down the number 1 team in the country, the Purdue Boilermakers, and yes, they
Go
stormed.
figure. Go figure. It would be the Hoosiers to take down Purdue.
And of course,
that just sounds like a story.
and
Perfect.
yes, they did storm the court in Bloomington, Indiana.
Of course they did. They should have. They deserve that. Just hope nobody got hurt on the process.
Despite the fact that Zach Edey, who was outstanding in that game tonight, had 33 points, 18 rebounds, and 2 assists. But it was all for naught as Indiana got the win 79-74.
He put the team on his back.
They did, as Trace Jackson Davis, he had 25, 7, and 1 assist. And the Hoosiers, ranked number 21 in the country,
Took down
it's a huge win over the Purdue Boilermakers.
You love to see it, though. You love to see upsets. I mean,
which now means possibly the Tennessee Volunteers might jump to number 1 because they were ranked number 2 in the country, but they only beat Auburn by 3, 46-3.
That won't help.
So, no, it won't help. Kansas goes down again. Iowa State gets the win. Down goes number 8, Kansas. Number 6, Virginia loses to Virginia Tech.
That was a good one. I was watching that and listening to it in the car when I had to do a few errands. But when I came home, that was actually a good. It came down to the wire. That was a good one. Well, no, it didn't come down to a wire because they pulled away towards the end. But it was
they won by 6, 74-68. Yeah,
but 6 points. It didn't. The way the game was played, 6 points that's towards the end when they were fouling and stuff like that. But other than that, that game was rather close.
Arizona continues their winning ways. They're ranked 5th. They'll probably go over the Bulls. They beat Oregon State, UCLA, undefeated at home in the legendary Pauley Pavilion. They beat Washington State 76-52. So again, the polls always keep shaking as it's getting towards the end of the season and getting towards.
We ain't even got March Madness yet.
No, not even March Madness. Not even the conference tournament.
Yes,
it's.
College basketball is about to pick up here real soon as February ends and we lead into March. Yes, oh, my God. You talk about basketball games being played at midnight, our time. Whew. Gotta love it. That means I can come home from work, relax, and chill if we're not doing the show and watch some college basketball.
So, as we get closer to the training deadline and closer to the All-Star break.
Yes.
So now, apparently, Kyrie Irving says he wants to be traded from Brooklyn.
You know what?
Would it seem like he wanted to stay? So far, the Lakers, Clippers, and Mavericks are the ones that have interest in Uncle Drew.
Yeah. Let me say this about Uncle Drew before we get back in here.
Go ahead.
No other sports things like this. This is just maybe my thing, because just a minute ago, the man was ready to sign a lucrative deal to re-up and come back to the Nets. He was this, that, and the third. And now he requests a trade, and now he's saying that it wasn't about the money, this, that, and the third. The man might be bipolar. But Kyrie been on some ish for a while. I hope he's not. I hope my assumption is wrong. But, man. That's
well, he is seeking a 4-year deal worth $198.5 million,
which the Nets were about to really up to
now
give him.
Now he turned down a deal. Now I don't know how much he turned down the deal for, but the Nets made him an offer and he turned down the offer. I don't know what the offer was or if it disrespected him or not, but he did not obviously take the deal.
Well, I believe he came out and said even if the Nets came up with that, what he's asking for, he literally just wants out. I believe this is what it's come to.
Well, then here lies my question. Why'd you go in the doggone in the first place? Like what sense does that make? But then again, what do I?
Sounds like when he left Boston all over again.
Yeah,
The-
it does. But I mean, you now
He
throw the
wants to
clip.
go be back with LeBron. That's when his best basketball was played, when he was with LeBron. Okay. And I tell you what, I literally tell you what, the Lakers are nowhere near. Excuse me, I called them the Lakers. Let me correct myself real quick. The Fakers. Okay. They have nowhere near. They're not even smelling the play-in tournament, right? LeBron is
As,
playing
as of right now, no, they're not.
LeBron is literally playing his ass off, damn near getting a triple double every night. And we know why he's playing this type style of basketball, because the record he's about to break, which probably the next game he's going to break it. Which who they play the next? Is
They
it us?
play the next game. No, the next game is Monday. No, wait a minute, that's the wrong team. Hold on.
Because I believe the next game he gets it. No matter.
Next game is Tuesday at home against the Oklahoma City Thunder.
He
To
gets
which
he gets 40 that night.
to which he is 36 points away from breaking a record which I thought in my lifetime I would never ever see broken, or let alone be close to. When
Hell,
when the Mamba, when the late great Mamba retired, rest in peace, Kobe. When he retired as the third all-time leading scorer in NBA history. Probably would have had more if his body didn't fail him.
I agree.
However, with that said, I know at verbatim we have dug in at LeBron as the basketball player, and we, said our feelings that we love the humanitarian, the philanthropist, the basketball player not so much. But to piggyback off what you said, what he's doing at his age is ridiculous. At times can show that he still can take over a game if he needs to. Maybe not so much on the defensive end, because he goes to sleep a lot on defense now, as opposed to back then. He's now strictly become a scorer. But I mean, it's still impressive that came into the league at 18, all the hype. For the most part, he has surpassed the hype, even though the whole decision special on ESPN that era wasn't necessarily the best decision. And then, of course, not that. And then that at the press conference, only getting
I
two.
think that's what a lot of people, especially me, that's where it just started. I mean, I watched him when he was playing in high school. I enjoyed that. When he came out in his first game was against the Kings, I enjoyed that.
Mm-hmm.
But he just, I don't know. I don't know what made me not. I know what made me not like Kobe. I'll tell you that. But I respected Kobe's game. I know why. But I don't know what it is about. Did they just crown him too early? Did they? I know what it is. They tried to start crowning him as Jordan. I'm like,
Can't do that. Can't do that.
nah,
No,
bro.
no.
I'm from the Jordan era. All right. The way LeBron cries now, he could not even step 1 foot in Jordan's shoe. Whatever, Jordan didn't have this, LeBron had this, or Jordan had this, LeBron didn't have this, blah. They can hand check back in Jordan's era.
Yes, they could.
And they played physical basketball.
Yes, they did. Yes,
You
they
can't
did.
sneeze on these players now.
Well,
They don't. You know what? Did you think Jordan went to the lane looking for a foul,
no.
or did Jordan was going to the rack to try to abuse you? So
It's just amazing. But I mean, uh, it's it's like I said, it's just mind-boggling that, again, a record that has been held by the captain since 1984.
mm, Hell, I was 1 year old.
Yeah. It's just remarkable that a record that, like I said, I thought in my lifetime I would never ever see broken, and I thought the best person that possibly had a chance to break it would have been Kevin Durant. But given his injury history, it's starting to get that way, and I doubt that happens. The fact that he's literally just on the cusp of it is fascinating because I don't think in our lifetime we'll ever see somebody break Joe DiMaggio's hitting streak of 56 games.
Nope. Not with the way baseball is going.
Yeah. And I highly doubt we'll ever see anybody bat 400. Tony Gwynn, rest in peace, was the closest to ever getting there. Possibly may never see it again.
For the swinging baseball next to Barry Bonds.
So, I mean, I'm pretty sure the captain will be there. And I'm pretty sure it'll be a better swim because he is held.
There's going to be a whole ton of fakers in that arena.
Because he has held that record for 39 years, which is it's just insane. We will see if he can do it against the Thunder. It's highly possible. It's highly possible he can.
It's at home too. It just sets up for an LA story. The director has wrote this. Don't agree with that. And it's probably going to be on ESPN. And if it's not on ESPN, it's probably going to be on TNT. It's going to be on something.
It's going to be on something.
Nation broadcast wise. I'm telling you. Yeah. And and I guarantee you, if it's on one of those networks, if it wasn't, it got booted or it got taken to be for. That's this LeBron, man. It's history. I mean, he had his own special to announce where he was going after he was done with Cleveland. Come on now. ESPN has been following him since he was in high school. They send one reporter who has been following LeBron his whole career, and you know his name. Brian Windhorst. Windhorst.
Yeah. He was there with the quote-unquote Heatles. Yeah, go figure.
That's my case.
Going down the scoreboard for tonight's action, Brooklyn, despite the fact that they booed Kyrie at home when they put his picture on the scoreboard, Brooklyn gave him a Brooklyn welcome, if you will. But they beat the Wizards 125-103. The Pelicans beat the Lakers, as mentioned, 131-126.
Oh, the Lakers, but I love it.
The Suns beat the Pistons 116-100. Clippers in overtime had to get by the Knicks by 6, 134-128.
Knicks are a tough team.
They are. They play so hard, and they fight. They fight. Kind of like, not exactly like them, but like a similar to the Van Gundy and the Pat Riley Knicks, where they're going to play physical. And you're lucky enough if you get out of here with, let's just say, 89 points, because hardly any spinning over happens. But the Clippers get the win 134-128. Bulls beat the Blazers 129-121. Milwaukee, Giannis just continues to just.
I need them to start losing.
Yeah, you do. As the Sixer, and you want them to lose, obviously. Giannis did fuck around and got 35, 15, and 11 as the big man leads.
Now, imagine if LeBron played like Giannis. Can you imagine if LeBron played like Giannis?
I don't want to imagine that.
No, I don't either, but I'm just saying, just
it's a tremendous effort. But yeah, Giannis had 35 points, 15 rebounds, 11 assists as he continues to lead the fight for the Bucks. I mean, it really is a dogfight in the East for that top spot. Obviously, Boston's holding on to it by a thread.
We had the number 2 spot there for a second.
It's just insane as Giannis just continues to just improve. But again, Jimmy Butler in defeat just continues to be that guy. He had 32. Bam had 11.
That guy.
It's it's insane. So when you look at the standings right now, obviously Boston is still only on the one spot in the East.
Yep.
Milwaukee's behind, of course. Your Sixers are behind also. Brooklyn's 4, Cleveland's 5, Miami 6. Now, as you know, under this new format of the playoffs, those 6 wait for the people in the playing game.
Yep.
Which right now, if you're in the Eastern Conference, the playing game is with the Knicks, the Hawks, the Bulls, and the Pacers.
Oh, you know what? Stephen A. talks so bad about the Knicks, you don't think they're even in playoff contention. But as you just sit here and just said, they're in the play-in.
Correct. And they sit at the number 7 seed.
I think Stephen A. said he doesn't like the management right now. So there's that.
That's true. Tonight, the Warriors get a big win, but it might have came at a cost as Steph left the game with a knee injury. Now, he was walking off under his own power, but of course, being Warrior fans. But as you know, being Warrior fans, if he misses any kind of time, it's going to become viable. But first, as we know, he is the straw that stirs the drink.
But honestly, the bench has been doing pretty well.
Well, Kuminga had a nice game tonight.
Look, he had
and
from Draymond that
he has vastly improved from year 1 to year 2.
But we said that.
Yeah.
We said that. I just need Wiseman to get it together. If Wiseman, that he is the big man that the Warriors need. He is so fundamental, but things stay healthy.
So let me ask you this. If you are Bob Myers and there is an offer for Wiseman, yes, would you trade? Even though early in the day, they did say, talking about that I lost my train of thought. My goodness. It's tough because there is potential with Wiseman. It's there. You've seen glimpses, and every time he's gone back to the G League, he shows why he can easily be a double guy, average 20 and 10. It's just like you need something to put together.
To him. Yes. That is the potential that I see. That's what I'm like, no, I wouldn't want to get rid of that, because if you get rid of it and he goes somewhere else, and not saying excuse me, not saying the Warriors have not developed them, but now he goes somewhere else, and from the development he got from the Warriors, and then he goes somewhere else and get more development, and now you put that togetherness, and what you saw, he starts playing like what you saw that it should be here in Golden State. No, don't trade that. No. But because him and Kuminga pull, and maybe I can't think of a couple other players. Thank you. That's your future. Clay's not going to be around here too long. Draymond already gave you the blueprint. He's saying he's going to retire in about 3 to 5 years. He said he's done. What else does he? He has a plan to where that he said he want to play 15 years. Where is he at right now?
He is, I think, at 11.
4 more years. He literally just came out in an interview and said he's done at 15 years. And he said he's gonna be, because he wants to be a dad. So,
he's already a dad.
No. What I mean is, I know that. What I'm saying is,
he wants to add.
Not add. He wants to be home and be a dad, not being the dad, basketball dad.
He wants to see the kids grow. I get it.
Exactly.
I totally get it.
15 years, he's done. So you got that going. What? Curry, you can see the engine is starting to break down here a little bit.
Yeah.
You're starting to see it. They've played, just think about it. It was just like the Giants at 1 year. They were playing a lot of baseball. They've been in the playoffs. They've been in the World Series. You see that? Well, you see this with these teams. Well, this is the labor of you grinding and winning. You tear down. So,
well, again, perfect example. All those minutes that Kobe played, them 40 plus minutes, not taking a breather. when he tore his Achilles against the Warriors. That was
Oh,
that
oh
was
my God.
off.
Can
It
we
was
applaud that man? That man literally walked to that free throw line on one damn leg and sank two free throws. Come on now and not tell me that you cannot respect that. Man, Kobe was a man.
he was the bad dude. And Curry, before the injury, had 21. He was a plus minus 14. Was shooting 7-11 from the floor, 2 of 6 from 3. Draymond Green was 3 of 7 from 3. Shocking. And he almost messed around and got one. He was 17, 9, and 9. But like I said, Kuminga had a solid game off the bench. The Warriors had 7 people in double figures. Wiggins is still trying to get back into it because he's been having that illness.
Not worried about Wiggs. Not worried about Wiggs. Got this whole Warrior thing down packed. And matter of fact, he's part of the future too because he's still young. Is he still in what, late 20s?
Yeah, no, I think early 20s. I think Kuminga is
Kuminga's what, about 2019, right?
he'll be turning 20. He's 20. He turned 20. He'll turn 21 in October. So he's 20 right now.
And Wiggins should be what 26, 27?
26 sounds about right.
Future. That's your future right
He's 27. There. He's 27. You're right. He's 27.
Okay. So still rather basketball young.
Yes.
So yeah, no, I wouldn't trade Wiseman. I'll keep him and let that core build because that's going to be the next thing. That's where you're going to see if Kerr can really be a coach.
I agree. I definitely agree. Like I said, I would Kuminga just shows why he can be that guy when the
he got range.
Yes. His 3-point shot has got a lot better. You knew he can already dunk the ball, but he's become more engaged defensively, which is always a good thing.
And he can dribble. And he got that quick off the dribble. Coach him up.
That's all we can do is coach him up. So back to the drama that is your beloved football team. So now they know that number 12 supposedly is
the grand finale. Right.
Of course, there's now the story going on that Mr. Rogers might be leaving the neighborhood of the cheese and perhaps be coming to the pirate ship. So there are reports out there that Rogers was in here buying a house, right? And Devontae said, next to me.
Summerlin.
So will the combination that was worked so good in Green Bay, is it coming to Vegas? And you being a member of the nation, is that something that you want to happen?
No, because you have to give up the farm to get him. And he's going to have to redo his contract.
Correct.
One.
He's not getting paid all that $60 million.
No. And then 2, there's no offensive line for him. So at least he can get out the pocket. I would say that.
Yeah. He can still sling that football. He is still accurate as accurate can be.
Defense. Aaron Rodgers had a defense.
Correct.
Raiders ain't got a defense. I would rather them soul up that defense because Stidham can still move the ball down the field, as I told B, who was talking that nonsense about the stadium. I'm sorry I had to bring that back up. Oh, we bringing up old shit like he did. Never mind. Back to the on hand. We don't need Aaron Rodgers. Yes, we may need Aaron Rodgers, but we don't need Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is 39 years old, and you don't know when Aaron Rodgers decides that he wants to not play football anymore. I don't want a rental. Like I said, I'm sticking to my word. If we're not for those picks, even though you might not have to give those picks, but if we're going to trade for a quarterback, give Baltimore what they want. Give Baltimore, because they're gonna tag Lamar. They're gonna tag him.
Okay.
If they don't want Lamar, look, we'll give you the ones and blah blah blah. Because Lamar is only 26 years old. I will take it.
And took a bet on himself and ended up winning because you showed how vulnerable Baltimore was without him. Now, here's the next question. JJ, do you
Back the truck up.
I know back the truck up, but if they can't back the truck up, do you really think they would franchise tag Josh Jacobs for this upcoming season?
Yes, they will. Even though the comments that he came out and said hero the villain, which I understand. But you put that tag on him so you don't let him walk. You really don't want him walking. You can't have him walking. You need him to stay in the building. You pay him whatever he wants.